It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into mine.
Okay, you guys, it's your girl Nisha Nicole back here in Nicole with another video. And guys, we are in our back to school era. Yes, you girls going back to school. This is my official senior year of college. Oh my gosh, I'm scared, but I'm ready. I'm prepared. We are ready to cross that stage in May. But attending, well, not this being my first year attending, but my first year of going away to college, actually, there's some advice I could give. It's broken up into two different categories. One's for academics, and then one is for, you know, the college life, the actual your home away from home life. One thing I say to remember is college is going to be college. College is going to be fun. It's going to be a different experience. But always remember that you are there for your education. You are not there to party. So, because you don't want to waste however much, because my school is $31,000 a year. It feels like it's $31,000 each semester, but you know. But with that being said, you don't want to waste that money. You don't want to waste your parents' money. You don't want to be upset at yourself, because I believe most students can do it, but college is not for everybody. I do say that, and I do understand that college is not for everybody, and sometimes I feel like it's not for me. But your girl is finna graduate, and we are going to focus on that and getting up out of there. So with that being said, we're going to start with our first category. So our first category is academics, and within that category, major. I'm gonna start with choosing your major. I say for your first year, if you do not know, it is okay. And I want to say this, it is okay to declare undecided. It is okay. You do not have to know within your first year, simply because your first year is literally just you doing your freshman courses anyway. So it's just going to be you doing prerequisites. So math, English, and all those type of things. Doing chemistry and all those. So I necessarily say do not know by the first year. However, by the end of that first year and by the beginning of sophomore year, I would want you to start to understanding what you want to declare, because as your junior year rolls around, you're just going to start those classes and getting into your major and doing your major classes and doing your major's electives and stuff like that. So you do want to know at least by your beginning to end of sophomore year, and definitely knowing by junior year. Yeah, so that is with major. So yeah. Also, when choosing, also with choosing major, look at what days during the week you want to work. So if you don't like working on weekends, you like having your weekends to yourself, do not pick a profession that has either requires weekends or is every other weekend. If you want to work on Monday through Friday, then you need to get a major that is Monday through Friday and not working Saturday and Sunday. Majority of majors now are like becoming to work on weekends. So yeah. Also choose in your first year, start doing like little things that you think you are interested in, and then you can, I like to say, volunteer within those areas, because once you get the feeling of that might not be for me, that might not be for me feeling, then you know not to go within that major. Next up is grades. Your grades. Simply because yes, they go off your high school GPA for your scholarships, but you do not have an established GPA with that school. So you're starting from scratch. You're starting from the beginning, no matter if you're transferred over, no matter if you're from a high school graduate going into your freshman year, you're starting from scratch with your GPA. So your grades, especially your first year, your foundation year, is very, 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 I cannot stress enough, important. I like, even this 1C can drop your GPA tremendously. So you always just, to manage a GPA, I say to get at least 1, not 2 C's, not 3 C's, not even 4, 1 C, that's it. And that's just one semester, not each semester, 1 for the whole year, just 1. Because those C's will drastically, you will think they have an effect, but they do drastically can change your GPA. So it is very, very important to establish a good GPA within your first year of going to college. Very important. Please stay above a 3.0, if not, because most schools' requirement for your major is like to have a 3.0 or higher, or to have a 2.5 and higher, depending on your school. So please, I'm begging. Those GPAs are super duper important, especially if you have recurring scholarships and they tell you to make sure you are, by the end of the year, meeting this requirement to continue with that. So yes, you want to make sure your GPA is on point. If you don't do nothing else, make sure your GPA is on point. Next is attendance. No one is there to wake you up for your alarm when that alarm goes off. No one is there to tell you to go to class. No one is there to tell you anything. No one tells you what to wear to class. No, none of that. No one is there to help you get up for class but yourself. Unless you have a good roommate who tap you on your shoulder and be like, do you got class today? You need to get on it. But unless you have that roommate, or unless you just have that roommate, it's all on you to go to class by yourself. It's all on you to know what time your classes are. It's all on you to make sure, if you are going to miss, that you have contacted your professor to let them know that, hey, I missed this day. What instructions am I going to be missing? Because no one cares if you do not go to class, unless the class is attendance is participation points. But other than that, no one is checking for you. You will get sent something about your attendance and why you aren't attending, but no one's coming to your dorm to wake you up to go to class. Attendance is very important, especially for those classes that attendance is participation, because the smaller the class size is, the more that the attendance becomes participation points, and you want those participation points to help boost your grades in case you do bad on one of your quizzes or tests. Next is getting to know your professors and attending tutoring. Your math class, you're gonna need it. I'm gonna let you know right now, I was in my junior year constantly on a Zoom with her, like, I don't get this, I need help, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you put yourself out there. Go to your professor's hours, get yourself known, so that when it's time that you may need a little extra credit, you may need a little extra help, y'all have that connection that you can contact your professor. Because most professors, there's a class of 200 people and they probably do not know your name. So unless you are putting yourself out there, have emailed them to introduce yourself, or I said at least attend one day of their office hours, they don't know your name. And so when you're emailing them, you need to, most professors to say to email them what class you're in, what time, in your name, because they do not know, especially if they have each class being 200 students. So, but yes, attend tutoring. If you feel like you're gonna need a little extra help in that class, get that extra help. It's there for you to get that extra help. That's what their office hours are for. Their office hours are for you guys, not for them just to look at themselves in their office. I hope y'all can hear me over this, because it definitely just got freaking turned on. So I hope you guys can hear me over that. But next, I would say is resources. If you look at your bill, you are paying for a lot of resources for you. Please use them. I know for my school at Kent State, we do have writing commons for people who need help on extra writing. They have a math tutoring thing for people who need help with math tutoring. We have a women's center, we have a care center, we have so many centers that are in our bill that are for them to help us. So please look into the resources that your campus has, because when it comes down to it, that day that you really do need them, you need to know who to contact, who to get into, where to go. So make sure you do understand, or just at least have the resource list so you know where your resources are. Textbooks. I think this is the last, yes, this is the last category within academics. So textbooks. Do not purchase a textbook until you have officially gotten your syllabus and it says it is required, because you will be mad if you do not need that book and you have not cracked that book open since you got it, because I've done that. Learn from me. Do not buy a textbook until you have read your syllabus and it says a required textbook. And sometimes the textbook don't be what is online that they say is required for your class. So again, do not purchase a textbook unless it's in your syllabus and it says it's required. But also, look around. Do not just go straight to your school's bookstore, because they do. I know Amazon Kindle sometimes be having the books for free on there, or cheaper for an ebook. I usually like ebooks. I don't want a paper copy because then that means I have to keep it. Especially if you get a used book. If you get a used book, I know my school do not take them back. They only will buy back brand new books, and then they'll put them as used, and then that cycle. So yeah, if you do want to get your money back for the book, I advise you to purchase a new book, because I had to keep my books because they were used and they said they weren't going to take them back, so therefore now they're in the trash. But don't throw your books away just in case your campus do take them back, because I feel like, yeah, don't be like me. But yeah, do look somewhere else. I know Amazon Kindle is a really good book thing. Also look at Barnes and Nobles. Just look around, because sometimes the book is a lot cheaper on a different website than it is in the bookstore. Now we are going to get into the college life away from home. Okay, so starting off with Freiends. Within the first 2 to 3 weeks of school, most people have already got their friend groups, they got their cliques. That is the most important time. Also, another time to create or get around people and get your name out there and then make connections and be friends with people. I know my school had an like one night orientation. So like we went to orientation in the day and then they had us stay the night, and then we had something, we got our keys and stuff like that. Most schools are doing that now. So if your school has that, they do. The nighttime is for you guys to mingle, get to know some folk, go outside, because they do be having outside activities to meet people. And that's how I met most of my friends. Most of my friends I either met, we were in the dining hall and we were walking, and then I said, hey, hello, my name is da 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 da. Or my other friends I met at we call it DKS, Destination Kent State, at the night activities. We were outside, da 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 da. I met half the football team. I met some girls that are out there just watching the boys play basketball. So basically, go to your courts. If you guys have basketball courts, there's a lot of people you can meet there. So yeah, that's more like that's mainly what I have to say with Friends. But I also want to say, watch out, because your freshman year is the messiest year, simply because everybody's getting to know each other. You're getting to know everybody's personalities. You're getting to know everything about that person. So like, sometimes you may not click, and sometimes they. So yeah, just be careful with who you are friends with, who you are telling your business to, who you are calling your friend, because sometimes they could stab you in the back. So yeah, your freshman year is definitely your messiest year. However, by sophomore year, you have your clique, you know who you're rocking with, so there's that. Establishing friends within the first 2 to 3 weeks. Talk to people in the elevator, if you guys have elevators, in the staircases, in the main lobby halls, in your classes. That's definitely a good time to get to know people and gain some friendships and stuff like that. Relationships. I don't care. Every single person who comes to campus are living a double life. A double life. You have your single campus life, and then you have your, either you got a relationship back at home or whatever life. Everybody's living a double life. You never know what is going on at home, because then when they get home, they doing a little pop out, and you like, oh, you had a little booski, you had a little boo thing, but they gonna come back to campus and they still gonna be single again. So you never know. Do not, I would say it's like 1 out of 100 people who actually find a true lover in college. But most times it is a situationship deal. Like, everybody just has who they do at campus person, and that's just it. We know what we doing, we know what our boundaries are. We just situationship. We not nothing, because I say don't take nothing serious unless y'all had that conversation of, I want this to be serious, because most times they can lie. And then most times they either talking to your friend or have talked to your friend and you wouldn't know. And yeah. So just be careful. Okay? Just be very careful with who you're sleeping with, who you're talking to, and who they talk to, because just be careful. Relationships are not always taken seriously. People be having girlfriends and boyfriends at home, and you would never know until they be like, pop out, this my man, this always been my man, none of y'all gonna be my man, or none of y'all was gonna be my girl, none of y'all gonna, yeah. Okay, so, but they still come back to campus like, what's popping, what's good. Everybody got their own thing to each your own, but it's college. This is what we do. This is what our life is. We double lifing, okay? Everybody got a double life. Even your girl. Parties. Always go with somebody. Do never go alone. Never go alone. Never go alone. I don't care where you at. If you in a different city, if you in your city, never go to a party by yourself. Always have either a partner buddy that you go to every party with, or one of your friends that you always go to the parties with. Make sure y'all go literally everywhere together. I mean the bathroom. I mean walk in together, walk out together. Make sure y'all good. Make sure y'all get to the car safely and back to campus safely. Because when I say I've been to parties where it got real, and we had to make sure everybody in my friend group, everybody who was in the car with us was safe, and we got to campus safely. But I say, please stick with the person that you came there with. I don't care if y'all get into it at the end of the night. Y'all should both be going home together, because that's who y'all roll with. I don't do my friend, other friend here, I'm going back with them. No, you came with me, we leaving together, because I'm the first person who laid eyes on you. I'm the last person who should lay eyes on you and put you in your dorm if you got intoxicated. So yeah, when I say parties, yes, there are parties. Yes, there are times where y'all want to go kick it, and most times kick it start on Thursday to Sunday. Most kids are from Thursday to Sunday, or Thursday to Saturday. Sunday most times be a relaxed day, depending on the weekend and depending if there's a school on Monday. But yeah, so when I say attend a party with your friend, leave with your friend, make sure y'all get in the car with your friend, make sure that they is safe, make sure y'all phones is charged. If it's dying, make sure the other person's phone is charged. Make sure you are arriving and leaving with your friend that you came with, because always go in twos, never go alone. I don't ever recommend going nowhere alone unless it's to class, and even with that I don't like walking to class by myself. I just don't like walking by myself. It's just something about it that I feel uncomfortable. Like, I will call my man if one of my friends already in their dorm, and I'll be like, can you just be on the phone with me so I get to my destination? Because especially for females, campuses are so open, anything can happen. Always be aware of your surroundings, so make sure you have a buddy system at least. So go into apartments. Frat and sororities, depending on where you go, majority have the D9 frat and sororities. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of do not do's, because some people do not know. One thing you don't do, when they get the strolling in the middle of the party, when I say you literally spread like some cockroaches, I don't even know how to explain, but you literally move out the way to let them through. Like, they literally get their own path, move out the way. When you see them coming, or you see people start spreading out, then you know that one of these fraternities or sororities are gonna do their dues, and you need to move out the way. That's just a respectful thing. I can't really tell you the meaning of why people move out the way. I just know I move out the way and let them do what they gotta do and go on about my party business, okay? 2, you never, ever, ever, ever touch any paraphernalia that person has on. It's just like disrespectful. You just don't do it. You just don't do it. This is disrespectful. You just don't do it. Like, their little wristbands, don't think about it, don't touch it, don't ask it, put it on. No, the answer is just no. You just don't do it. You don't ask. You just be like, oh, that's nice, and keep walking. So yeah. 3, you never mock anything that they are doing. That's just another disrespectful thing. So don't do that. I'm trying to think, there's one more. Unless they have usually they have designated days where you can either participate into being like one of them, but after that you leave that place, it's over with. You leave it there. You don't take it somewhere else and trying to do it. And no, if they have that designated day, you have that day in that building, and you leave right there. After you leave, you wrap it up, and you go back into your normal skin, and you leave it right there. But majority are nice. They will, if you I would say for my school, they are definitely respectful, and they do teach people like, hey, we don't do that, da da da. So I know my school, they're not really mean and heavy on that, but I know some schools you will get blacklisted for doing stuff like that. So yeah, so just be careful. Don't do nothing that you think would be disrespectful. Just don't do it. But majority are nice and respectful and are willing to teach you if you do not know what not to do. But this is a video to tell you what not to do. So this is what I've been encountered with, and this is what I've learned since I've been in college. So this is some things that I've come in contact with. These are just things you do not do. So yeah, just don't do those things. But it is excitement to see them stroll and stuff like that. So next off that topic is roommates. Please pick a roommate. Don't let the school pick a roommate for you, because you will either most likely be disappointed or disgusted. I attend a PWI, so I understand that it is hard, but I say meet your roommate before y'all get on campus, so y'all know if y'all clash or collide, y'all know how each person is with cleanliness, because you can lie and say you're the most cleanest person on your application and then become the most dirtiest person you ever roomed with. Luckily, I haven't had that experience yet with disgusting dirty people, but it does happen. Just please pick your roommate. Please make sure you talk to them. Make sure most colleges have this Zeme app where you can, hey, do you want to be a roommate? Hey, this is how I clean. This is how to contact and get in contact with them. So yeah, that's all I really have for this video as college advice. I hope that I've given you literally everything that I can think of right now to help with your journey to college. I hope you enjoy your journey to college. It is fun. It is exhilarating to make new friendships, to live live not in your city, to be in a different, either to be in a different state or even to just be in a different city. Exploring the world is definitely fun. That way, I always encourage people, if you want to go to college, you will find a way to fund it. There is ways to fund college. It's not cheap. It's definitely expensive. But get that experience. I say always just go and get the experience of living not being in your city, not being surrounded by the same people you know within your city. Like, go explore different cities, explore what they have, their attractions, and it is definitely fun. I hope you have a great year this semester. Enjoy it. Make connections with your professors and faculty and students, and making friends. Enjoy it because it is so fun. It's like you're creating your own movie as you go each day. There are some days where you be like, I'm bored, there ain't nothing to do, let's just go outside and do something. Yeah, so it is super fun. College is super fun. College has never been boring ever for me yet. So I hope you enjoy going to college. I hope my advice can help someone who is going to college, if not specifically going to HBCU or going to count their community college, or just going anywhere. I attend Kent State University, so if you are attending Kent State University, these are some do's and don'ts of Kent State University. We have many resources. I would say check out our website if you are attending Kent State. I love it. It's different. I'm out my comfort zone sometimes. I'm definitely out my comfort zone because I'm definitely now shown I am the minority. But don't let your race of what you are make you not want to go back, because most times these people don't care. And as long as you are there getting your education, as long as you are there to show and power and show that you are worthy to be there, then you're good. But this is your girl, Nisa Nicole, and I'm out of here, and I hope you enjoyed everything. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that red button. Just one push of the subscribe button does not hurt. Your support is always enjoyed and loved and needed. But yeah, it's your girl, and we out.